Hey guys! Beyond the familiar boundaries of our surroundings, there are also some special places with special mysteries. There is no end to the myths and mysteries about their natural environment. Scientists have been trying to unravel the mysteries of these places for centuries, but to this day, scientists have not been able to find any clues. Even in the present age of modern science and technology, these places maintain a magical ambience around them. So there are some places in the world whose history or story is still unknown and mysterious to us. Let's find out about all those mysterious places. Number 1. The Hoya Basu Forest, Romania. The Hoya Basu Forest, world's most haunted forest, is situated near Cluj-Napoca. Romania covers an area of over 250 hectares and is often referred to as the Bermuda Triangle of the country. Hoya Basu Forest, world's most haunted forest, has a reputation for intense paranormal activity and unexplained events. Reports have included ghost sightings, unexplained apparitions, faces appearing in photographs that were not visible with the naked eye, and in the 1970s, UFO sightings were reported. Visitors to the forest often report intense feelings of anxiety and the feeling of being constantly watched. Moreover, the local vegetation is somehow bizarre in appearance, like something out of a make-believe story with strangely shaped trees and unexplained charring on tree stumps and branches. The forest was named after a shepherd that disappeared in the area with a flock of 200 sheep. Most people who live near the forest are afraid to enter it due to the stories and legends that have been handed down. They believe that those who visit the site will never return back home. Many of the locals who have been brave enough to venture into the forest complained of physical harm, including rashes, nausea, vomiting, migraines, burns, scratches, anxiety, and other unusual sensations. This dense forest first gained notoriety in the late 1960s when a biologist named Alexander Sitt snapped several amazing photos of a flying disc-shaped object in the sky above the forest. On August 18, 1968, a military technician named Emil Barnia captured a famous photography of a saucer flying over the Hoya Basu Forest, world's most haunted forest. In the 1970s, the area was a hotbed for UFO sighting and unexplained lights. People who have entered the forest to this day get inexplicable rashes or they begin to feel very lightheaded and ill. Moreover, the electronic devices are known to malfunction when introduced into the area. Some paranormal investigators have associated these strange malfunctions with supernatural activity. Number 2. Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel, Canada. Built in 1888 to encourage tourism and sell train tickets, this chateau-style hotel sits pretty by the Rocky Mountains in Banff National Park. But it gets a tad more gothic once you get inside, and we aren't talking about the architecture. The Calgary Herald has reported several resident ghosts, including a bride who supposedly fell down the stone staircase during her wedding. But there's a less tragic spirit too. Sam the bellman, who worked at the hotel until 1975 and claimed he'd come back to haunt the joint. His spirit supposedly pulls ships helping people with their bags before disappearing. Number 3. The Eastern State Penitentiary, USA. The Eastern State Penitentiary sits in the middle of Philadelphia's Fairmount neighborhood. The decaying castle-like structure is one of America's most notorious prisons and considered the most haunted site in Pennsylvania. Today, the massive historic structure is open for public tours and hosts a Halloween haunted house attraction. When it was built, the Eastern State Penitentiary was one of the most expensive buildings in the United States. Travel Channel's Ghost Adventures conducted a paranormal investigation at the prison and captured disembodied voices, shadow figures, and other unexplainable occurrences. Notorious criminals like Al Capone and bank robber Willie Sutton did time at Eastern State Penitentiary. Eastern State Penitentiary is on the bucket list for most paranormal investigation groups. Teams brave enough to search for evidence of paranormal entities don't ever seem to leave empty-handed. Sci-Fi's Ghost Hunters revealed what appeared to be the apparition of a man walking through cell block 12. A crew for Travel Channel's Most Haunted recorded objects moving on their own. Investigators with the production claim to have communicated with multiple spirits. Tour guides and guests experience supernatural activity. When the aging prison opened for tours, people couldn't stay away. It's located in the middle of Fairmont Street in Philadelphia and has become one of the most visited tourist destinations in Pennsylvania. Thousands of people explore the historic Penitentiary every year, and several emerge with their own ghost stories. Guests claim to get a glimpse of a man standing in a guard tower on the property. However, there's no way to physically get to the top of the tower today. The brick stairs crumbled away years ago. Other employees and tourists hear whispering, giggling, and even weeping while exploring the property. When they investigate where the noises are coming from, they never find the source. The apparition of a mysterious woman is spotted so often that employees have named her the Soap Lady. She sits in the last cell on the second floor wearing white. The second floor held the women's cell block when the prison was operational. Number 4. Bangar Fort, India. Although it is hard to judge paranormal activities, when the government tells you to stay away from certain places, then there is something that's not right. Bangar Fort is one such place, where you will even get to see signboards warning you to not remain there after sunset. The history of the fort dates back to the 17th century and is surely not a place for those with faint hearts. Here are some scary facts about this fort that you should know if you are planning to visit the fort anytime soon. When you are here, you might marvel at its majestic architecture, yet many say they are burdened with a sense of anxiety, and they often feel anxious and restless. Some visitors even pointed out that they get a weird sense of paranoia, as if somebody is following them around. Reason why, despite its popularity, visitors avoid hanging around the premises of the fort for long. It is completely forbidden to venture or stay inside Bangar Fort at night. As a matter of fact, the Archaeological Survey of India, ASI, has even put up boards at several spots in Bangar to warn people against staying in the premises after sunset and before the sun rises. As per the locals, anybody who managed to go inside the fort at night, they never returned to tell their tale, as it is believed that spirits roam there at night, which turns this place into a hotbed for paranormal activities. As per the legends, Bangar Fort has been cursed by a hermit named Yuru Balunath. The spot where the fort has been built once served as the meditation spot of the sage, and when the king pleaded with him that he wanted to build a fort here, the sage agreed on one condition: that the fort's shadow should not touch him. The king persuaded him that the fort's shadow would not touch him at his place, which sadly did not happen, and the curse of the hermit followed, which led to the entire village being destroyed. It's very strange to witness that every house located in the area is roofless. It is believed that the sage who cursed the town to its ultimate devastation is responsible for it. Referring to this, locals stated that it is not possible to construct a roof on these houses, and even if one is built, it collapses, and such incidents have killed many people in the past. Number 5. Château de Brissack, Brissack, Quince, France. One of the tallest castles in all of France, the 7-story Château de Brissack is perhaps best known as the home of the Green Lady, aka the ghost of Charlotte of France. The Château's website tells the legend of Charlotte, the illegitimate daughter of King Charles Roman VII, who was murdered by her husband after he discovered her having an affair. Named for the color of her dress when she was killed, the Green Lady can be found roaming the chapel's tower room and moaning in the early hours of morning. Hey guys! Today's video is so far. If you like the video, do a like. And let us know in the comments if you want more videos about this haunted place. If you want more such videos, we will try to give the next part.